Hey, welcome back to Ping Pong Flicks. My name is Chris Wong. Aloha Friday, everybody. It is time for the weekend. And if you lived in Hawaii, probably may have had a holiday today. I envy you. But today, I want to talk about some comments that were on my Alfred Meets the Usual Suspects video. You can check it out at the end of my video. You can go ahead and check it out after this. But I'm looking through the comments and I'm reading them. I am totally reading them. Sometimes I try to comment on it, but my phone YouTube thing is not working, so it's not posting. I have no idea, but I am reading them and they are very interesting. A lot of your guys' ideas are very valid. It could actually come true. We don't know until 3 months from now. Exactly 3 months from now in November, we'll find out who does Alfred talk to at the end of that trailer. Now that is the biggest speculation to date. Everybody's pitching in on it, and I want to talk about one person in particular, and that is Supergirl, Kara. Could it be Kara that Alfred talks to? I'm going to go into why it could be and why it probably might not be. Let's go why it could be. First of all, Kara, as we know, is pretty much canon. She appeared in the prequel comics, of the Man of Steel prequel comics, as her ship lands onto the Earth, and we even see an empty pod in the Man of Steel film. So that's actually Kara coming out. She goes off into the snowy distance and disappears. But will she still exist? If she does exist, she's got to be thousands of years old. One person actually put it out that she could be frozen in time and they'll find her later. It could be part of the scene where Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck, finds Aquaman in that Icelandic town. Maybe they both find Supergirl the way that the Nick Fury and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. have found Captain America frozen in time and was able to bring her back. The other theory is that she was taken in by the Amazons of Themyscira. And if this scene is true, where Hippolyta is as young as she looks, during that scene where Steppenwolf comes down, and this is the present time, that means aging has tremendously slowed. And yes, Wonder Woman, she hasn't aged a bit, but to be fair, she is a goddess. And we're not sure if the Themyscira actually keeps these women from aging so much. We know Hippolyta was back then in the thousands or millions, or however years war that was, where Darkseid and Apocalypse and Steppenwolf first landed on Earth. And maybe at that time, during that ancient war, Kara was also involved in it as Supergirl, helped out the Themyscirans defeat those monsters, and maybe she was on a secret mission. That's why we don't see her in Wonder Woman, or maybe they haven't had time to explain that part. So yeah, if she's thousands of years old, it may be true that she does exist in this world. She has been with Themyscirans, and she hasn't aged a bit, and that is why she's still around. And that could be the reason why Bruce Wayne, who is getting together with Gal Gadot, and they're trying to find these heroes, these warriors. He said, help me find the others, and we're only meant to know that he's gonna find Cyborg, he's gonna find the Flash, he's gonna find Aquaman. But it's possible with that hologram figure that kinda looks like maybe a slendery and different texture to the colors of the blue and the red, that he could be looking at Supergirl. He could be looking at Kara from thousands of years past, and Gal Gadot had told about a ancient woman who had helped her mom in the ancient battle in defense of the Earth. We could see that, and it might be true, and that's why Bruce Wayne tells Alfred he expects her to be coming. And it would actually kind of ironically go against what Steppenwolf says, where he said no lanterns, no Kryptonian, singular, because he's not expecting a Kryptonian to be here when he lands, and I think that surprise will be hit. On the other side of the spectrum, though, if it is Kara, we're going to have to see quite a bit of exposition from within this film. Is there enough time for Bruce Wayne and Wonder Woman to get to know Cyborg, the Flash, and Aquaman in this film with the resurrection of Superman? Is there enough time for us to be treated to another character as Supergirl? And we've been teased at all this time about Superman's return. Superman's return, how he is going to return. He is in the promotional art. Yes, he's back. How is he going to be back? And would having Supergirl there take away the return, the gravitas of the return of Superman? Will that take away from that giant emotional impact of Superman coming in? I'm not sure if Supergirl is actually going to be in this film. They could tease about her. Yes, they could have allude to something that happened thousands of years ago. That's also true. But also this. Most of the general public has not even read the Man of Steel prequel comic. They don't even know it exists. And so if we're in the know, yes, that would make total sense, because we know about her in the prequel comics. But most of the general audience, they're going to be scratching their heads. They're like, when did she pop up? Like, I think it'll be too much of explanation, too much of exposition to have her come out now. Or this could be the greatest secret a movie has ever conspired. Ability to hide a single important actress from the media, from everybody who's talking about this movie, able to hide her from the fact, from IMDb, from every single source out there. I think it would have dropped by now that this is the new Supergirl, or this is plays Supergirl. The people are always at the sets. They're always there. Someone's always in photography. There's always these people trying to find out more and more information of Justice League. And I find it hard to believe that something like Kara, Supergirl casted in costume, has slipped through the media. I cannot believe that actually happened. So I'm going to kind of disregard that Kara actually shows up in the new Justice League movie. The two people that I really do believe is there, one, it's Superman because of the red shoulder. But I also do believe there are two landings in there, and it's quite possibly that Superman doesn't show up alone, but possibly shows up with Green Lantern. The other thing I want to note that some people are saying about how would Alfred know that Superman comes back when he says he told me? How does Alfred would know about Green Lantern or anything? How would he know? Well, we're assuming when he says he told me you'd come, we're assuming he meant he as in Bruce Wayne. But this, living in a movie that's possibly almost 3 hours, Alfred could have talked to anybody. And at this moment in time, he's probably already met Wonder Woman, he's already met Aquaman, he's already met Cyborg and the Flash, and possibly a lot more others. So I would want to believe that when he says it doesn't necessarily mean he's referring to Bruce Wayne telling him that someone's coming. It could have been someone else totally entirely. So that's all I want to say about this matter. I know a lot of people are really hoping for Supergirl, and I am too. I want every single person to show up. I want Shazam to show up, but I'm gonna have to, from what I've read, from what I've seen, and from all the people that, including yourselves, who have put out comments in my videos, I'm going to come down to that it's going to be Superman for sure. 100% for sure. And maybe one extra, and that is Green Lantern. Now that would be really something. Alright guys, what do you guys think about my thoughts on this? And please keep commenting, keep including your own thoughts about who's actually shows up. This is an incredible time right now to be totally excited for one little scene from a Justice League trailer. No one has talked about this much about Justice League till now, and I love the conversation. I love the thought process that people are putting into this, and I can't wait to see more of it. But 3 months, it's only really 3 months, guys, and we really get to see what's going on with this movie and finally see the Justice League live action version on screen in theaters. I cannot wait. Alright guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.